Shalom to Dr. Aryeh Eldad, new head of the HaTikva party.
Shalom, shalom.
So why have you joined the HaTikva party?
The Ichud Leumi was a coalition of 4 parties. I belong to Moledet, one of these parties that the late Rechavam Ze'evi Gandhi, Hashem Yikom Damo, established. But when Gandhi started Moledet, Moledet was a non-sectorial party. It was neither religious nor non-religious, neither secular, non-orthodox, non-conservative. It was for everybody. Gradually, after Gandhi was murdered and member of Knesset Rav Beni Elon took over, he merged Moledet into a larger group of religious parties. As long as it was not official and we could preserve our unique nature of non-sectorial party, it was okay for me. Once the National Union declared itself as a religious party, when we may tolerate some conservative, but we will decide if somebody who drives on Shabbat is good enough for us or not, I am afraid that with such a policy, we will close our gates. We will close the gates of the new National Union NRP for every non-religious Jew in Israel. It will be a sectorial party for national religious Zionists, but not for everybody else.
Now, didn't Moledet only become religious because the Dati, the religious, joined Moledet and the secular didn't, gradually transforming the party?
I think that it wasn't a takeover of Moledet by religious majority. It was a merge of Moledet into larger group of parties. As long as this coalition will still be able to attract voters from the non-religious camp in Israel, that's fine. Once it's closed their gate, once it is not calling the public to vote and elect their representative, when they decided that it will be a nominating committee that will decide who is good enough for us and who isn't, that's really closing the gate and keeping a huge camp of nationalists in Israel outside this party.
Now, Dr. Eldad, HaTikva is not the first secular nationalist party. Why are you different than Techia or Raful's old party?
HaTikva is a new party, and it should be a new hope for Israelis that are sick and tired of the current politics. I hope to be able to copy the same success of Raful in the first elections when he got 7 or 8 seats. Even HaTchia was a great promise, but we missed it because of fighting within HaTchia and inability to create a strong glue that will stick all the members together. I am sure that the current combination of HaTikva party and the people who are the leading group in this party and will put themselves for election December 9th, I am sure that they will not fight with each other. But to make sure that such a party can preserve on itself on the long run, not only as a short, once-only appearance on one election with a great success in one election and then disappearing on the other, I really advocate a coalition between HaTikva and the new religious party.
And Dr. Eldad, what about the national religious? Are you afraid of perhaps alienating the public which has been most active in nationalist causes in the last few years?
It's a risk, it's a danger that I must look very careful into it. I am not secular. I will never declare the new party, HaTikva, a secular party. We will have prominent religious figure in our front, so we will make sure we are not looked as secular party.
Let's talk a little policy. It's almost universally agreed the Arabs are a serious and growing problem. What do you intend to do about them?
The Arabs within the borders of the Green Line, i.e. the Arab citizens of Israel, should decide whether they are with us or against us. If when they are 18 and they will be able to vote for the Knesset, they will have to carry an oath, a declaration of loyalty to the State of Israel as a Jewish democratic state. If they will be able to do so, they can vote for the Knesset. If they want, they have all the civil rights, but no voting rights. With these two filters, we can change the attitude of the Arab Israeli citizens toward the state. Right now, they feel free and very encouraged to fight against the State of Israel, to undermine its character as a Jewish state, and enjoy all the benefits.
There's been a lot of disappointment in Israel with the state of the educational system, particularly in regards to the Jewish content. Do you have a solution to this?
I really enjoyed the plan that member of Knesset Orlev introduced to strengthen the Jewish education among secular schools in Israel. I think this is a must. A lot of soldiers did not visit Jerusalem before they joined the army, and many soldiers who guard an ancient house in Hebron do not know why they have to do it, and they have no idea of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob that are buried there. Nobody taught them. We need the basics of Judaism to be introduced back to our educational system, with the emphasis on who really needs it most, which is the secular group in Israel.
How does the nationalist public know you will stay true to your principles? Begin, Netanyahu, Sharon, they were all great hopes that disappointed their supporters. Why will you be different?
We had great hopes from some religious figures as well that betrayed their voters. The fact that a member of Knesset wears a kippah or doesn't wear a kippah doesn't make any guarantee that he will not betray his voters. We all remember that Shas didn't object and didn't vote against the Oslo Agreement and all the disaster that follows. It's true that Ariel Sharon, a secular right wing, betrayed the state of Israel and the land of Israel and the people of Israel. It's not a matter of wearing a kippah or not wearing a kippah. You must judge a politician if he is trustworthy or not.
What do you say to those who claim another nationalist party will just split the national camp vote?
That's, again, a great danger, and we all remember the bad lessons of HaTikva and Rav Levinger, when the fact that we were running in too many heads make the left win in '92. But we have two proofs or two ways to prevent such a danger. One is something that I've mentioned already. I offered the new National Union NRP to go in coalition with HaTikva. The other way to do it, if the new National Union NRP will decide to declare themselves as religious and not to have any business with HaTikva, we can promise our voters that if something that is not likely to happen according to the polls that I hold now, if we will not be close to the threshold, we will pull out a week before the elections. It will be a waste of money. It will be a lot of accusation from both sides. It might weaken both sides, but we will not waste votes.
Now, you yourself have espoused support for the Malchut, the monarchy, its restoration, but this is not part of the HaTikva platform. Are you abandoning this value, or will the HaTikva party push this principle at a later date?
Malchut is not a political platform. Malchut is a vision. I can't see Malchut Israel as a political platform. My political platform is what we do with the Arabs in Israel, what I want the boundaries of the state of Israel to be in the next election and in 50 years from now. Malchut Israel is a vision, not a political plan.
What about the future? Do you see yourself sitting in the Knesset in another 10 years, or do you someday want to be the Prime Minister?
I want to become a Prime Minister, but I take into account that there's a possibility that I will be able to help many people who suffer burns in my burn unit if I'll go back to hospital. I am not in the Knesset as a working place. I have other options to serve my country and my people, and if I can do it on the political arena, that's fine. If not, I'm a surgeon.
Dr. Aryeh Eldad, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.